Hello everyone, welcome to Vidyan classes. Today we will solve Pgcet MBA English section 2018. So let's start. Select the most appropriate one which is closest in meaning to the given word. Now, first is cryptic. It has got four options: puzzle, silence, precise, and vault. Now, what does cryptic means? It means mysterious. Okay, which cannot be understood very easily. Puzzle, we all know. Silence is quietness. Vault means a hidden chamber. Even in bank, we have got vaults. Precise means accurate or apt. Okay, so according to this, our answer would be puzzle. Next is beguile. To charm, to become shy, to flatter, to smile at. Now, what does beguile means? It means to charm. Okay, so our answer would be to charm. What does flatter mean? Flatter means to praise someone too much. Okay, when someone is praising someone very much, we can say that he's flattering him. Okay, garrulous. What does garrulous mean? Garrulous means talkative, who talks too much. Okay, we have got four options: informative, quiet, reserved. Quiet and reserved are almost similar. Quiet is very silent and reserved, who doesn't mix very quickly with others. And reticent means who talks very less. Okay, so it's a kind of similar. So these three are almost similar: quiet, reserved, and reticent. Only informative, someone who gives much information. So among this, we can only choose informative. Okay, so our answer would be informative. Next is flimsy. Flimsy means thin. We have got four options: firm, durable, tenacious, which means firm, hold on something. Okay, and transparent means uh, visible. For example, a transparent paper. Okay, we can see the both sides. It is not thick. So, according to it, our answer would be transparent, which is also uh, that much thin or fine that we can see both sides. Next, haggard. What does haggard mean? Haggard means tired, or another word we can take, fatigue. Okay, so when we are saying tired, that means the person cannot stand quite properly. He wants to sit, either he wants to rest. So we have got four options: active, lean, robust, and lively. So active and lively are almost same. Robust means strongly built. It could be a body which is strongly built with muscles, and so according to it, lean could be the right answer. Why? Because lean means to bend. He is leaning his head on my shoulder. That means he is bending his head on my shoulder. He or she cannot stand properly. He wants to bend his head on my shoulder. So it's a kind of sign of or expression of tiredness or fatigue. Okay. Select from the alternatives the word which is opposite in meaning to the word given in capital letters. Astute. Now, what does astute mean? Astute means sharp minded. A person who can think very quickly and he doesn't need much time to understand things or analyze things. Okay? Intelligent, we all know. Solid has nothing to do with it. So we are left with two options among all four of this: ignorant, intelligent, dull, and solid. Okay, so only ignorant and dull are left. Now, what is dull? Dull is the person who takes time to understand. Okay, a person who takes much time to understand a single thing. But it doesn't mean that the person doesn't have any mind. He or she may have mind, but he takes too much time to understand a single thing. That kind of person we consider as dull. But ignorant is the one who doesn't have any wisdom, or who doesn't know anything, who doesn't have wisdom or knowledge or anything. So according to it, we will consider ignorant as the correct option. Next, barbarous. Barbarous is a kind of behavior. Okay, and it means inhuman behavior, we can say, or cruel behavior. Okay, now we have got four options: polite, untamed, brutal, and gentle. Brutal is definitely the synonym, so it won't be the correct option. Untamed has nothing to do with it. Only we are left with polite and gentle. Now, which one to choose? Now, when we say gentle person, since it's a kind of behavior, so we don't say gentle behavior, we always say polite behavior. We can say gentle man, but not polite man, polite behavior. It is rather even more in use, right? So even better than gentle, we will consider polite as the correct option, because it's in context of the behavior. If we consider, polite will be more preferable to gentle. Next is fanatical. Fanatical, we have already come across this word before, who is much attached to a belief. Okay, it can be religious or political, whatever. Who is very much attached and he doesn't want to stay away from that belief. Okay, we have got four options: generous, stubborn, biased, and orthodox. Now, orthodox also is a kind of similar thing. Stubborn means the person who doesn't want to stay away from his belief. So this orthodox, stubborn, and fanatical, the three come under the same category. That is, these three are all synonyms. We are left with generous and biased. Now, biased also means favoring someone or something against the other. Okay, so here also, in case of biased also, we are seeing that a person is attached to someone, or is favoring someone or something against the other. He doesn't want to change his or her mind. Now, only generous, we know that generous is the person who wills to give more than enough. Okay, so here when we say generous, the person is very generous. It means that the person can give more than enough, and so here our answer would be generous. Okay, next, quiescent. What is the meaning of quiescent? Quiescent means not active. Okay, so the a thing which is not in active condition, or which is in uh, dormant condition, we can say, we will consider it as quiescent. So we can say this dormant is a synonym of quiescent. Okay, weak has nothing to do with it. Unconcerned, who is not at all concerned about something, it has also nothing to do with it. Only active is the correct antonym, so our answer would be active. Choose the one which can be substituted for the given words or phrase. A person of obscure position who has gained wealth but not social acceptance. Now, what do you mean by obscure position? That means position that can't be seen. What does it mean? Position can't be seen? It means not recognized. The people who he is living with, they are not ready to accept him or recognize him as a person of the society. Okay, we have got four options. Extravagant, which means who spends much. Okay, who is spending money or other resources very much. Promiscuous, which means someone who is wild or casual or indulged in sexual activities quite often. Sumptuary means laws to control expense, and parvenu is a person of humble origin but is wealthy. That means this parvenu is a person whose ancestors are not rich, they were poor. Okay, but he, with the help of his own effort, he has become wealthy or rich. So according to this context, our answer would be parvenu. Next, a group of three powerful people. Now trio means a group of three people. Okay, like the famous trio actors or musicians, okay, or directors. We always it's a common word actually. Tritium is actually related to chemistry. Okay, isotope of hydrogen. It's related to chemistry, so I'm not going much through it. So it is not at all even related. Trivet means a wooden stand, wooden or metal stand with three legs like this. Okay, this. And triumvirate is actually group of three people in authoritative positions. Okay, so triumvirate, and here also we have seen that three powerful. Here powerful means not muscular in terms of muscle, it's of political power, in terms of political power. So according to it, our answer would be triumvirate. Okay, choose the one which can be substituted for the given words or phrase. Chanting of magic spells. Magic spells means it's related to supernatural activity. Okay, now narration, normally a story is narrated, okay, or incident is narrated. Recitation, it's actually poetry. Utterance means just speaking, we can say. Okay, only incantation will be the chanting of spells. Okay, so our answer would be incantation. Next, hard to please. Loquacious means talkative, stubborn means rigid, okay. Fastidious means fussy or hard to please. That means the person is very much careful about what he or she is wearing, he or she is going to eat. uh, Very much he is not at all satisfied with uh, whatever is served in front of him. He will analyze them and will think whether it's actually matching her or his taste or not. So it's very kind of fussy. So in other word, we can also say that the person is very fussy, regarding his food, regarding his clothes, regarding his seat. So a kind of like that. Epicurean means who is devoted to sensual pleasures. Okay. Now, sensual pleasures include many things. It could be luxury, okay, uh, then food, drinks, uh, display of wealth. So, a person who likes all this kind of thing, the person is called Epicurean. He always wants to have lots of drinks, lots of food, lots of rich clothes, big house, whichever is pleasing to his senses, and it even could be related to sexual pleasure as well. Okay, so all these are related to sensual pleasure. So Epicurean, that's kind of person. So other synonyms could be voluptuous. Okay, then foodie, etc. So according to this, our answer would be fastidious. Choose the alternative which best expresses the meaning of the idiom or phrase. The first is hard of hearing. Four options have been given: inaudible, disinterested, deaf, and insensitive. Now, first we will eliminate disinterested, which has nothing to do with it. Okay, it is not talking about any person, so we will cancel deaf also. Insensitive is also not suitable. Okay, so here only inaudible is left, and hard of hearing itself means that can't be heard. Okay, so according to it, our answer would be inaudible. Next is Lynch law. Now, what does Lynch law means? Lynch law means, according to this law, death penalty to a person given without proper trial. Okay, without any trial or without any court case, directly the person is given the death sentence. Now, this kind of law is normally not made in any constitution. Okay, so we will cancel constitution law, not at all kind of law of the parliament, not at all law of the business world. It's a kind of law for the mob. Okay, so our answer would be law of the mob. Next, chewing the cud. Four options have been given: accusing another, crying over spilt milk, forgetting things, and to think carefully. Now, what does crying over spilt milk means? It means lament or cry something that can't be changed. Now something has already happened and we cannot change it, or we cannot uh, amend it, okay, or make it better, but still we are lamenting and crying on the thing which has already happened. So that's what is called crying over spilt milk, okay. And when we see chewing the cud, when we see chewing the cud, the picture which comes in our mind is a cow chewing grass, okay. So it indicates that thinking deeply, someone who is thinking very deeply with full concentration. So it's not about forgetting things because person is thinking. Accusing another is not at all suitable. Forgetting things is also not suitable. It is also not suitable. Crying over spilt milk, only this one is suitable, okay. To think carefully. So our answer would be to think carefully. Next is call once shot. Now call once shot means to clarify beforehand, before the commencement or before the starting of anything, some clear explanation or guidelines uh, to be given to someone, okay. So this kind of clarification when a person is given, so that kind of action is called call once shot. Now we have got four options: to make one's intention clear, call with a shot, which is not at all correct; shot at a call, not at all correct; to show determination, not at all correct; only to make one's intention clear, that means to clarify what has to be done, okay, what I want to tell you. So just to clarify, to make clear everything at the very beginning. So our answer would be to make one's intention clear. Choose the odd word from the following group of words. First is revenue, income, expenditure and receivables. Now if you look carefully, you will see that revenue is also an income, okay. We give taxes and the government earns income, okay. This is also income. Receivables, this is also, which is incoming or inflow, okay. Only this expenditure is outflow of money. So our answer would be expenditure. Next, precarious, unwavering, unsteady and wobbly. Wobbly means shaky, which is not firm, it is shaking, maybe due to weakness. Unsteady, which is not at all, not stable, okay. Okay, precarious means, this word we have already come across, not securely held, that means not secured, okay. It can collapse at any point of time. And unwavering means it is increasing, okay, it is not changing, no change, okay. So in this context we can say that unwavering is the correct answer. Next, agility, dexterity, ineptitude and adroitness. Agility means quick, okay. Dexterous means skillful. Adroitness means quick and skillful. So these three are coming in the same category. Only this ineptitude, that means incapable to do something, okay, who doesn't have the capacity to do something. So this is the odd one according to the mean. Next, democracy, voting, monarchy and dictatorship. Now here, if you look carefully, you will see this democracy, monarchy and dictatorship. These three are These three are forms of government. Okay. Democracy means where people are elected on the basis of voting. Monarchy means when the king is the leader. And dictatorship means there will be no voting, only there will be one person always, okay, in the power. So, and only this voting is the process. It is not a government, it is a process by which we elect. So, our answer would be voting. Fill in the blank with appropriate alternative. Working at 3 o'clock, I heard the dash of thunder. Now, four options have been given: rumble, view, crackle, and clank. Now, view obviously won't be there because it's a kind of noise word we need to use. Okay, so view will be eliminated. Now, we are left with three options: crackle, clank, and rumble. Now, clank is actually metal sound. Okay, sound of metal which are banging together. Crackle is like a buzz. For example, sometimes we hear this buzzing sound in our TV when it's getting disturbance, or in our microphone, some sizzle noise. Okay, so it's a kind of very disturbing noise, but one is the metal one and another is the buzz. Now here rumble is actually very sharp noise, and especially it is related to the thunder. Okay, so it will be the sound of thunder. So our right answer would be rumble. Next, he didn't have the dash idea of the village's problem. Means he didn't have the slightest idea of the village's problem. Now, smallest, finest, faintest, and feeblest. Feeble means weak. Okay, we cannot say weakest idea. Okay, finest idea will be eliminated. Now we are left with smallest and faintest. What does faintest means? Now this faint means faded. Okay, so when we say something is almost disappearing, okay, is going to get faded, we say it is going to get fainted. Okay, now here when we say that he didn't have the dash idea of the village's problem, that means he didn't have the slightest idea. That means the last trace of an idea. Okay, the slight or a light trace of idea of the village's problem, not the smallest idea. Okay, it is not making any sense, so it will be eliminated. So the option would be faintest, that means slightest. Okay, it means faded, or another word we can use, slightest. Okay, so this would be the correct option. Next, you need dash shoes for walking on the hills. Now in the sentence itself, we can see that when a person walks on a hills, definitely the shoes is not going to be very delicate, right? They should be very well built and strong so that the person doesn't feel any disturbance while walking on the hills, which is very sharp indeed. Now four options have been given: good, comfortable. Good we cannot say, because in one in what context are we going to say good? What is the meaning? Okay, comfortable, even if you walk with a very light sandal, it is also very comfortable, but how does it even similar to this context of the sentence? So comfortable and good are not making any sense. Okay, satisfactory is not at all. Only sturdy. Sturdy means well built or strongly built. Okay, because the shoes that are needed to walk on the hill should be very well built and hard. Okay, so that the person will not feel any uh, difficulty to work on the sharp edges. So our answer would be sturdy. Now next is the Chalkman is the very best kind of suspense novel written by C.G. Tudor. So this is also a blind kind of guess you have to make every time. Thanks for watching. If you like our videos, like, share and subscribe, and comment down below if you have any queries regarding any questions and any informations. So till then, take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.